to the live Q&A, and it's today the 18th of December 2024. While I'm waiting for you to hop on, I'm going to read you a couple of things and some food for thought. When you react to another person, you are entering into an agreement for an exchange of energy. If that person is projecting their negativity onto you, set your boundaries and walk away. There is no need to agree to an exchange of that toxic energy. When you allow another person to affect your peace and trigger you to respond aggressively, you've given your power away. Take it back. Light, you are a powerful child of light and you are deeply loved by the universe. Master your emotions and you are in charge of your own happiness. So, food for thought. And there is one more thing while I'm waiting for you all to hop on. Thank you, GR3Y. Thank you for your comment. That's very sweet. Jara, yes, I'm doing good. How are you doing? I'm just trying to find, here it is. This is from Idris Elba, the actor. So I'm just going to read this and then you guys can start shooting your questions up. The problem with a lot of people is that they get rejected by a job they want or a person they like. Their self-confidence becomes shattered in an instant because they don't have an abundance mindset. Where am I here? You see, when you have an abundance mindset and you get rejected, it's okay because you tell yourself, tomorrow I will find 10 other jobs or meet 10 other people. You always have possibilities. So isn't that nice? That's a real expansion rather than, lost this job, I've lost my money, I've lost this person or whatever it is, and you go to believing there's nothing else for you. So, yes. Now, I'll just wait for your comments if you want me to answer anything. I'll read one more thing while I'm waiting. When a man truly loves a woman, she becomes his weakness. When a woman truly loves a man, he becomes her strength. This is called an exchange of power. Frank, no, I'm not a fortune teller. No. Okay. I am... Marino Official. Hi, and yes, thank you for sharing information in videos. They help me a lot during my healing journey. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Yes. GR3Y, that song, When a Man Loves a Woman. That's it. Hi, Kanchan. Akshasen, I don't know why you open. Open what? Open sesame. Well, while I'm waiting for your questions, I'll read something else because there's a lot of comments saying hello, hello. But there's no questions yet, which is fine. Take your time. Yep, I have done that. Okay. Now, Jara, you want to be a judge, but I do not have that merit. I really believe that one day I will become one. Is there anything I should do? Become a judge in my country is like being chosen. Well, I would look and see. Just got an itch on my back. I would actually research into what's needed and what's required to be able to get to that level. We do need to do some practical things, especially for that level of work. So you can imagine, you can do the imaginal work in the meantime as well. Imagine yourself up at the front of the court, etc. And imagine making good decisions to help people. So yeah, I think it is, doing the mental work in preparation and then do whatever you need to do at the same time. Okay? Now, Natalia. Hello, Natalia. May I ask to deal with grief? I just lost my pet and she was my love. Oh, yeah, losing pets is tough. There's a meditation I did a while back for someone who had lost someone very close to them, and it's a meditation for grief. So if you just go to YouTube, put my name, and then put meditation for grief, there's a voice only one, and there's also a with music version. There's both. Try that, Natalia, okay? And just allow yourself to grieve, because it is tough. That is tough. It is. Losing anyone or anything that we love is tough. ER3Y stuff. What are we asking about? I'll ask questions. Yeah, ask about anything. This is a manifesting. People talk about relationships, dream job, how to heal a health issue. It is. Whatever it is you want some help with. Now, Hisoni and Don Lee, do you think I can manifest my person who wants to be with me but can't due to a third-party situation? We were dating and his family got him married. He wants to leave her but can't. Well, things are always possible. However, if someone is married, even if he wants to leave, it's going to be that he needs to do so, I think, before you start delving into that. Okay, remember, we'll do unto others as we would have others do unto us. So it really is making sure you keep your side of the street clean. Don't do any that you wouldn't want someone to do to you if you were married, okay? So I would suggest, if you want to, do your self-love work and have a look at a playlist I did called First Best, Second Best. Because if you've ended up in a second best situation, then work on that right now. That's really important, okay? That's what I would suggest. Have a look at that playlist, work your way through it. Oh, and there's also a playlist. Maybe go through that too and just start to do the inner work, okay? Elaine A. Hello, Elaine. Do you absolutely believe that manifesting an SP is totally possible? Many content creators say it's the law and it must happen. Yeah, well, I don't believe that it has to happen. I don't think that you can force somebody. I don't think it's even remotely spiritually correct in my books. It's possible. It's totally possible. However, it relies on you stopping I'm trying to get love and trying to take love from someone and getting yourself learning to mature, get into a state of, and then learn to radiate love out to that person rather than trying to get something from them, get them to be with you, get them. You got to get energy, you see. So if you can work on that and get yourself really in a state of love, because what we think is when we're going to be with an SP is that we're going to have love with them and we see them as a object, we're really drawn to them and nothing wrong with that. But no, I don't agree with when people say it must happen. No, because if that was the case, people would be doing it. So you cannot force your will upon someone. It's wrong spiritually. Okay, it is about learning to get into a state of love and radiating it out and stop the trying to, selling people guarantees to me is totally dangerous. And I won't go down that rabbit hole, but that's what I think. I think it's dangerous for people to sell that. So I would ask you this. Who are you listening to? Have they got an SP and able to keep them for 10 years? Those are the people to listen to. Anybody else? I wouldn't even go anywhere near that. Again, that's just my opinion. Bushy, Batul. Hello, Bushy. I'm a cutie. Well, I'll tell my mum you said that, darling. GR3Y. I'm good about money too much, but I'd like to have some fun and manifest a fun amount of money. No problem. Thank you for the windfall. It's crazy how much comes to me. And what Russell Brand said that made me laugh many years ago, only wrapped in skin, which I thought was a very, very strange affirmation. But I now remember it because it was weird and quirky. Now, people, I'm not missing questions. If the chat comes up quickly, I might be here for, okay? I'm not doing things in an exact order because sometimes the questions come fast. Okay, so if I miss you, I miss you. It's not intentional, but that's how it goes, okay? Jara, my man does not have clarity in his mind. He's a single father. He does love me, but at night he often talks about he wants to live alone by himself. How can I help to put him out of this situation? Jara, you have to love him. You have to love him where he's at. You can't impose your will on him. Love him. This is the lesson. He's teaching you unconditional love. So learn to love him unconditionally. Stop trying to change people's minds and just love they are, and you learn to get into a state of love and give that to him. Okay? So, because if you say, how can I help to put him out of this situation, you're trying to impose what you want on him, and that's trying to control him. Don't do that to another human being. Send love, change your loving state. Go from trying to take and get and force being in a state of love. That's the job that is yours to do, you see. Now, I am I manifested my SP twice, but I felt pressured and a bit anxious to reply him back whenever he messaged me after no contact. So how to navigate emotions? Focus on you, work on your self-love, being secure. All this anxiousness and negative emotions, all this stuff that we go through, this is us not learning to regulate ourselves and not be secure. That's what needs to happen, okay? That's the most important thing. Get secure. Okay? That's the work, and that's the best thing you can do. Attract someone back. Get secure and get into a state of love. Get out of this, I'm trying to take love from someone. Get right away from any of that. SK966, I want to chime in. Florence says, seek the divine selection for you. If you force something, it will bring only failure and pain, and I would add misery. Now, Florence prays for the divine design, perfect health, perfect wealth, perfect love, perfect self-expression. Neville, you can imagine a specific person and go for it. But under certain circumstances, such as if someone is with someone else and whether they are happy or not, I would not be playing around with that. I would radiate love to that person. I would bless them, wish them the best, but that would be it. Okay? Wrapped in skin. Yes. You can, I won't take credit for that. That's from Russell Brand. It is cute, isn't it? Hello, Bill. GR3Y, no problem. It's funny, isn't it? Miss Hill, it's been a while since I've been on your live. Well, there you go. I'm aiming to do this every Wednesday. Next Wednesday is Christmas Day, so I won't be doing it on Wednesday next week. But I'm going to aim to do it on a cycle. So you guys, now that I'm feeling better, I had 2 months of getting over some really nasty flu and hurting my back. So now I can get back into doing this with you. Okay. Bushy, you have said, I was terminated last year. Joined another company after probation period. They didn't confirm me at that time. I was not sure what to do. Now looking for a job affirming, doing Ho'oponopono to dissolve. That's good. Yeah. And there's also, Bushy, there's a whole dream job playlist on this channel. I would go through that, go through all the videos, success stories, there's tips. There's also, on the meditation channel, there is a job meditations playlist. Use both of those, they're free. And while you're not working and money can, be a little bit tight, then use what you've got. You got views, that's good. That's a start. Aim for aims, drink water. I don't know what you mean by that, darling. You'll have to explain that more. Every now, it's now. How to tackle past, I'm assuming you mean fights here. You said flights. Is it fights? Fights in our thoughts with SP. Well, you've got to do else with your mind. Give it something else to do. So I would suggest, like someone just mentioned, Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is great because it jumps you out of that repetitive, habitual, negative thought process. Okay? So, yeah, try Ho'oponopono, and also I cast this fear, or I cast this repetitive negative thinking upon the source within, and I go. Try that as well, okay? Bill, how can I move on from a girl I was in a relationship with a long time ago? Well, the question is, still stuck there? Do you look back and think, okay, I'm looking back and that was when I felt really good and I don't feel that now, so I'm still stuck on her? Or is it that you have felt good since then and you still have, thoughts of her? It's okay to have thoughts about someone, but if you can't, that's the issue. So it's building up your I am loved, I am secure, I am good enough. You work on those things within yourself. And then what I would do, there's 2 spotlight meditations. If you just go to YouTube, put my name, put spotlight meditation, and I'm just about to upload another one this week. Once my editor has finished with putting music, it'll be uploaded. But it's where you call in an ex, or you call any relationships that you're still harboring, perhaps some pain, some hurt, and you need and want to let it go, but you haven't been able to. Carrying it, it's like your body's like a suitcase and it still holds on. Just because the situation's over doesn't mean we let go of all the emotions. So I would suggest that you do the spotlight meditation, call in your ex, say what you need to say, do it when there's no one around, and let go of the emotion. Because when we're still not able to move on, it's like we're still stuck at the emotional state that we were in back then. So we got to unblock it, okay? So hopefully that'll help. Okay, Leslie, hello. Bushy, my pleasure. Every now it's now. Thank you. Okay, Sanya, connected to the previous question regarding manifesting a married SP. What about the explanation that there are many parallel realities where your SP isn't married, and focus on that, on yes? Well, I wouldn't go down that route. You can go down that route. I mean, this whole parallel realities thing, yes, I'm not saying that they don't, but you going back and doing that, what's that really going to achieve for you? You're trying to get something that isn't available right now. I understand we get very attached to SPs. If someone is married, ask yourself, why am I going down a rabbit hole to try and go that way when it's clear that they are with someone else right now? Maybe the lesson is for me to surrender and say to God, I'm going to put all of this in your hands and I'm going to let go. There is so much resistance about people letting go when there is an SP situation. People do everything, and that's the thing you need to do, is you need to surrender and let go and stop trying to find another technique, another manifesting whatever, Neville, Florence, parallel realities, quantum leaping, quantum jumping, EFT, all this stuff, it is all well and good. But when someone is married, I think stop, stop, stop. Okay, and say to yourself, maybe right now this is not the path for me, because it obviously the door is shut right now. I'm not saying people don't get divorced or any of these things, but ask yourself, how old am I and how long do I want to wait? Never know when that's going to happen. And sometimes if someone gets married, there could very well be someone that is way better for you, even though people don't want to hear that when they have a specific person. That could be the case. Surrender your relationship with your SP to source and stop looking for another angle, another avenue to try and work out how to get them to come to me. Because that is not doing your mental state or your emotional state any good. You're torturing yourself for longer. And I'm telling this from experience. I'm not telling you this because you just don't, we don't want to surrender. We don't. But the surrender is where you finally break free of being stuck in these triangles that drive you to insanity. So try to perhaps, you want to go down that route. I'm just telling you what I think. And this is from me doing 30's worth of this stuff and me having an SP now for 13 years. I've did many things wrong, did many things that really hurt me. So perhaps consider, go and watch Michael Singer, The Surrender Experiment. Go and look at a video he did called From Needing to Being Love. Because what state of I need love from him, and I need proof, and I want him back. But he is not yours right now. He's not. And we sometimes go, you know what? I need to look at this, and why am I so fixated that I want to find another manifesting technique to get him back? Surrender. You will feel better. You will. Once you move through the pain, better. I know many coaches explain things all sorts of ways, but ask yourself, who am I listening to? Have they got an SP? Have they manifested them? And have they been with them for 10 years or more? Because people are listening to people that are just haven't got knowledge. So look at who you're listening to for your own preservation, okay? And I hear this every day, Sanya. I hear this just you, okay? It is a subject that unfortunately people are milking to get views and get paid by Google. And sometimes I think that is not very good. I have got, unfortunately, there's some good bits of our industry, my industry, and there's some bits that I just think, oh my goodness, So be, very select. And it's harder for you guys now. When I was doing this, there was only books. So you couldn't really get bombarded by people trying to take and get. You just went and got a book and you read it and you highlighted it and then you discussed it with your law of attraction friend. Okay? So it may not be the answer you wanted to hear, darling, but that is, my opinion after 30 years of doing this stuff. Big hugs, okay? Big hugs. You will move, letting go of the obsession. You will. But it takes working on self-love, stopping the looking for the next bright, shiny object to make me get my SP off this person. That's when you look at yourself, is that really who you want to be? You got to look at yourself, you see. Leslie, what should I do when I feel tired to visualize? While manifesting, for example, sometimes when I try, my mind goes somewhere. I used to be good at it too, so a sign from the universe to start. Yeah, don't visualize when you're tired. When you're tired, go to bed. When you're tired, have a rest. When you're tired, watch a movie, do a meditation. As in maybe just a meditation or crackling fire or something that's easy, okay? Make your manifesting and, let's say, self-love routine, okay? Gratitude. Oh, how can I heal from thinking about an ex all the time and having resentment towards him? Well, firstly, you got to look at what am I interpreting that he did or didn't do that I'm resentful. for number one. Number two, you give your mind something else to do, because we torture ourselves. And look, I did this for years, so I get it. My pleasure, Leslie. My pleasure. So use something else. Use an affirmation. I am love. I am secure. I am good enough, or I am enough, or may divine love be made alive in me. Then try Ho'oponopono. You got to jump out of your repetitive habitual track of obsession, you see. Okay? So the more you do that, the more you set yourself free. It is thinking about an ex sometimes. But it is about, this isn't the issue. It's us and our thinking habits that are the issue. So the ex isn't doing anything. The ex is over there doing what the ex is doing in his own home, going to work or whatever. They are not doing anything to us. It is us. And once you realize that, you go, okay, hang on a minute. I've got to try and replace what I'm doing with something different. Leslie, what do you think about the love letter method? Have you heard of it? If so, I'd love for you to do a video on it. The love letter that you write, there's two. There's one that you write to yourself, or one that you write to someone else. The one you write to someone else and you just read to yourself. There's a few different ones. So if you want to email me and some information, then I can have a look at it. Because, yeah, there's been lots of different ones over the years. What are your thoughts on vision boards? Does it work? Yes, I have done one every single year for decades. I've got a whole vision board playlist, and I have just advertised that for the 1st of January, I'm running a vision board 2-hour class. So it's really good to do it right at the beginning of the year, I think, especially that first day, because this is how you start the year. So if you want to do that, the link will be down below in the description once this gets uploaded. Leslie, vision boards work. I make one every year. Yeah, they're fun. You just go to a secondhand store, get a big pile of old magazines, get a really nice piece of paper, get a, bright yellow, green, electric blue, red, anything that you just go, wow, I love that color, and that's your vision board for the year, and you have it up somewhere. Some people live with people, and they don't want the people they live with to see it. You can do it on an iPad or on a computer, and there's vision board apps. So you can do it that way if you don't want to do a physical one. But with the physical one, you can put on stars, or you can do... Yes, Leslie, or use Pinterest. Yes, thank you for the reminder. Yeah, the Pinterest is excellent. So if you go to my channel, this channel, and just put playlist, I show you some of my old ones, and I show you some of the things that you would know that I have now manifested. Living in London, being with my partner, working from remotely, no longer waking up with an alarm clock, having time to exercise, being able to travel, business class, all these things. Those were all things that I had on my vision boards over the years. And, now I do that. And it's wonderful because I kept all my vision boards for the last, at least 20 years, but they're back in Australia at my mum's house. So, yeah. Bushy, I did one last year, but it didn't work for me. So, okay, ask yourself, doing it once, was it enough? Am I going to quit, or am I going to do another one? Sometimes doing things once, Bushy, isn't enough. An energetic world system. So sometimes when we do things once, I have vision boards that something might have manifested 2 years later. It doesn't necessarily manifest in the year that you did board. So do not despair. Kushbu, how to manifest a new relationship. Well, you can do a vision board. You can write a script. I'm happy and grateful now that I am now having the most amazing, wonderful relationship I've ever had. I love how two givers in a relationship makes for the best relationship. I love how we understand each other. I love how we have action physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, intellectually, whatever ways you want to connect with someone. And, you know, you can actually cut out pictures for the vision board of people that you like the look of. You can say that you get engaged and married, that you have 2 kids, whatever you want, you know? So, yeah, it's a really great to hop into the new relationship ideas, but you must feel love. Kubu, you've got to come from a place of I'm relaxed, I don't need a relationship, I'm happy and single, and in that energy, I'm content. That's when a relationship comes. If you're, I want a relationship, I'm getting older, I need to have children, you know, if you've got that going on, then that's not the right energy. Make yourself happy first and then a relationship works. Dina, is it okay to cut out pics of specific person I'm interested in for my vision board? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't see any problem. Sometimes we do have a specific person that we would like to manifest. And if you want to put, I mean, you know, we're imaginal scenes for a specific person. So I do think that doing a vision board and put a specific person on there in a way, just done in a slightly different way. That's wonderful. Okay, let me go back to that love letter method. Yes, the love letter method on SP. So, as in, you're writing them, Leslie, a letter to say what? I'm not sure. I'm not clear. Are you telling thing? Are you saying what you want? Are you asking for something? I suppose I need a little bit more clarity. Now, Shiny. Hello, Shiny. I'm just going back to some of these messages. Sanya, just sorry for the caps. That's okay. No problem. Damn caps. Well, everybody, going to, if you've got a few more questions, I'll answer them. And I have made a raspberry cheesecake. I'm going to go and have a piece. Nice to see you. And thank you for your questions. Emmy, could you please bring back that marriage meditation you had on your channel with a male voice? I used to listen to it every time and would love it back. No, anything that's gone, Emmy, is gone. There were issues with certain things, music, and some meditation, especially the old ones, were removed. So I can't get them back because I can't. So unfortunately, that's, yeah, how it is. AC, how do you stay hopeful during the holidays and not expect anything from SP? Well, you say to yourself, the holidays is no different than any other day, and no one owes me anything. And I'm going to make myself happy irregardless of what people do and don't, including my specific person, because they don't owe me anything. Okay? So get out of this waiting around for proof or validation from someone. You give your power away when you do that, you see. Okay? Miss Hill, how do you manifest dream job with a specific company? You do the dream job meditations that are for free on my meditation channel. You imagine the specific company, whether it's a logo on a shirt or whether it's walking into their premises, you know. I had where a friend of mine that I've known, my law of attraction friend that I've known for 30 years, we still do law of attraction together about 4 times a week. And she walked around where she wanted to work. She wanted to work in a particular It was like a prestigious art school in Sydney, Australia. So she went there, walked around, and said to herself, I belong here, in her mind. And then she ended up getting the job and ended up working there for, I think it was 35 years. So that really worked. Dina, can I know if you are able to create meditations to have faith and not waver in relationship? Faith in what, Dina? I suppose. Question. Shivani, how do I stop feeling that I'm not enough and feel I don't deserve what I love, like it will be taken away? By working on your self-love, Shivani. Have a look at the success stories on this channel. Have a look at the self-love meditation. Start doing self-love meditations at least 4 days a week, one a day. And then start working on I am good enough. You got to change the opposite you got going on, okay? Okay, last one for today. Moonchild, how to stay positive in manifest specific person when in reality all I see is red flags and cheating in my friend circle. Makes me lose hope. I wouldn't put the focus on manifesting your SP. I would put your focus on working on your I'm second best enough, because that is why we see those things. When someone, picks somebody else over us, etc., we've got in us, I'm not good enough, I'm second best, I'm not wanted, I'm priority. You've got to work on the opposite of those. Okay, so I wouldn't be focusing on being positive about manifesting your SP. That's too hard under those circumstances. I would put my focus on fully, and I am first best, I'm good enough, I am love, and I am a priority. I would work on that. Selma, hello, my darling. No, I don't have a meditation for traveling business class, but you know what'll help you is go to YouTube, put in business class travel Singapore Airlines or whatever airline you would probably travel on. That might be 2 or 3. And go and have a look at those videos. It's amazing. That's what I did, and I've traveled business class, I would say at least 10 times now, and it is absolutely amazing. So try that. GR3Y, I can't answer that question because I do not come from a religious background, so I would not be answering the question with justice. I do not have any religious background whatsoever, and I would not comment on that because it's not my area to comment on, darling. Okay? So you're saying faith to have more trust in your SP. Well, it's not faith to have more trust in your SP. It's faith to have more trust in you, that you can hold your state of first, best, and good enough, and that you are able to hold that. That's what you got to work on. Are you saying to do, I've lost the train of thought, Dina. Are you saying to do a meditation on that? I forgot just talking about. So you might need to just email me and let me know. Selma, watch it and remember and feel excited. Yeah. When they make the little bed, you pretend you're in the little bed. You put the pillow behind your head. You put the little blanket on. You get the remote out from the side. You put your movie on. You put the little headphones in. You hear the zzz from the plane. And then you see them bring the little meal. And your name in business class. They go, oh, hello, miss. They've got your names because there's not many people in business. They go, hello, Miss Vivarelli, can we get you something to drink, an orange juice or a champagne? So you imagine them saying that to you. It's fun. It's fun. Watch it, remember it, feel excited. That is well said. Yeah, you try that. Okay, everybody. Lots of love. I'll see you again soon. I will post on the community tab when I'm hopping on live. I'll post, like I did last week. I said I was going to do it, and then I said I would do it again this week. So really nice to see you, Selma. It's Been a little while. Good to see your name, darling. All right, everybody. Take care. And I will see you again live on YouTube and regular YouTube as well. Hope that helps a little.